Foyle's captivated audiences with its thrilling crime stories, authentic World War II setting, and stellar cast. But behind the glamour were unexpected tragedies. Some died of illness, while others died suddenly at the height of their careers. Join me as we explore haunting final stories and remember the faces that have disappeared from the screen forever. Corin Redgrave as ACC. Rose Corin William Redgrave played ACC Rose in Foyle's War, making his debut in 2003 at the age of 64. With his cold, dignified appearance, every look and gesture exuded majesty and hidden secrets. He made ACC Rose an unforgettable part of the series. Few people know that behind that calm exterior lies a life filled with cracks and dramatic conflicts, as much as any TV script. Born on July 16, 1939 in Marylebone, London, Corin's first marriage was to model Deirdre Hamilton Hill, a beautiful, confident woman known for her strong personality. Their passionate love quickly turned into fierce conflicts. Both had independent careers and unyielding egos. Differences in lifestyle, jealousy, and the pressure of the Redgrave family's reputation gradually deepened the rift. When their marriage ended in 1975, a bitter legal battle over custody of their two children left lasting emotional scars. It would be a decade before Corin found relative peace with actress Keika Markham. But even that relationship faced its challenges. Conflicting work schedules, the spotlight, and unexpected twists and turns constantly tested their patience and endurance. Corin Redgrave died on 6 April 2010 at St. George's Hospital, Tooting, South London, aged 70, after a decade-long battle with prostate cancer. His net worth was estimated at $2 million, largely from his stage and film career. His funeral was held at St. Paul's Covent Garden Cathedral before he was buried at Highgate Cemetery, under the towering trees that shade the graves, symbolizing an artist who once burned himself out on stage and overcame the fiercest storms of life, leaving behind both excellence and unforgettable wounds. Michael Jayston as A.C. Henry Parkins. Michael Jayston played A.C. Henry Parkins in the play Foyle's War, appearing in 2007 at the age of 72. With his warm voice and calm demeanor, he brought authority and mystery to the character, making every scene he was in cinematic. Few would have guessed that behind this elegant officer was a life of great turmoil and deep inner turmoil. Born on 29 October 1935 in West Bridgford, Nottingham, Jayston had 3 stormy marriages. His first marriage to actress Lynn Farley in 1965 ended a few years later due to artistic ambitions and differences in lifestyle. In 1970, he married Heather Snedden and had 3 children. However, the pressures of a busy schedule, endless business trips, and strained family relationships turned their happiness into a vicious cycle of arguments, culminating in a fractured relationship with his children as he put his career ahead of his family. His third marriage to Anne Smithson in 1979 brought him 2 children and the hope of a new beginning. But financial pressures, health problems, and an insurmountable distance eventually wore down the relationship. Michael Jayston died on 5th of February 2024 in Hove, East Sussex, aged 88, after complications from chronic immunodeficiency disease that had been silently debilitating him for years. His weakened immune system caused a lung infection to rapidly progress to severe pneumonia, leading to respiratory failure and cardiovascular complications. His net worth is estimated at $3 million, accumulated from more than half a century of film, television, and stage work. Keith Barron as David Barrett. Keith Barron appeared as David Barrett in the 2006 film Foyle's War at the age of 72. With his confident yet approachable demeanor, he made the character both believable and multifaceted, standing out from the familiar cast. On screen, his warm voice and steady gaze suggest a complicated past, an effect that can only be achieved by an actor with a deep understanding of life and the dark side of humanity. Born on 8 August 1934 in Mexborough, Keith Barron has had two bitter marriages. His first, to Picard, a woman he met while working in the theater, began with love and promise but quickly fell apart due to the pressures of time, career, and differences in parenting. The divorce not only severed his marriage, but also created a cold distance between him and his two children, a void he carried with him for the rest of his life. His second marriage brought him warmth and companionship, but the haunting memory of losing his previous family continued to cause anxiety and self-blame. This mixture of love, regret, and guilt deeply influenced his acting, allowing him to convincingly portray men with deep emotional depth. Keith Barron died on November 15, 2017, in East Molesey, Surrey, at the age of 83 after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. In his later years, the disease robbed him of his memory and ability to learn scripts, forcing him to abandon the stage and screen where he had been for more than half a century. His net worth is estimated at $2.5 million, largely from his long television career. His passing left in the hearts of fans the image of a tireless artist who devoted himself to his work, even when his health was failing, and deep sadness at the loss of memories that he relied on to breathe life into each role. Ronald Pickup as Sir Giles Messenger. Ronald Pickup played Sir Giles Messenger in the play Foyle's War, which debuted in 2004 at the age of 64. With his refined voice and noble demeanor, he imbued the character with a sharpness and mystery, giving weight and meaning to each line. His on-screen presence was more than just his acting chops. It was the mark of an artist who spent decades on stage, film, and television, turning every scene into an unforgettable moment. Born on June 7, 1940 in Chester, Ronald Pickup was married to Lance Travers for 55 years, a relationship that endured but also faced many challenges. The greatest tragedy came in 1990 when their son, Simon, died at the age of 25 in a car accident. The shock shattered his family, sending Pickup into a deep depression and turning to alcohol as a way to forget the pain. Although he later overcame it and returned to his career, the loss remained a lingering scar, and when portraying characters suffering loss or loneliness, he still carried with him real emotions. Perhaps that is why his acting always has a special depth, a gift that only those who have experienced both the bright and dark beauty of life can bring. Ronald Pickup died on February 24, 2021, at the age of 80, after a long battle with Parkinson's disease. The disease progressed and gradually caused him to lose his mobility and muscle control, forcing him to retire from the stage and screen, where he had been active for more than 50 years. His net worth is estimated at $4 million, mainly due to internationally acclaimed roles such as In the Crown and The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. To audiences, Ronald Pickup is not only a talented actor, but also a testament to the power of art in transforming pain, memory, and loss into the most touching and authentic performances. Alan Howard as Stephen Beck. Alan Howard played Stephen Beck in the 2003 play Foyle's War at the age of 66. With his deep, resonant voice and calm yet authoritative demeanor, he made the character both believable and mysterious. Although his appearances were limited, when he did appear, audiences were captivated by his powerful and subtle presence, a quality that only a veteran Shakespearean actor could bring. Born on 5 August 1937 in Croydon, Surrey, Alan Howard grew up in a prestigious artistic family where fame was both a source of pride and a burden. His first marriage to actress and stage designer Stephanie Hinchcliffe Davies ended abruptly over irreconcilable differences, leaving him with a sense of loss and alienation. He then met the writer and journalist Sally Bowman when she interviewed him for his Hamlet role in 1970, a meeting that blossomed into a decades-long romance, which ended in their marriage in 2004. Despite their deep connection, Their happiness was tested by family losses and periods of Howard's absence from the stage for medical treatment, which left them with lingering worries. Alan Howard died on the 14th February 2015 at the Royal Free Hospital in Hampstead, London, aged 77 from complications of pneumonia, a direct result of the lung cancer he had battled in his final years. His net worth is estimated at $3 million, largely from his illustrious stage career and select film and television roles. He is buried in Highgate Cemetery, next to Sally Bowman, his wife who accompanied him to the end of his life, leaving behind an image of a dedicated artist who lived fully both in the spotlight and in quiet moments behind the scenes. Nigel Terry as Hugh Jackson. Nigel Terry appeared as Hugh Jackson in the play Foyle's War in 2004 at the age of 59. With his deep eyes and warm voice, he brought a mysterious and experienced quality to the character, creating a unique appeal even in scenes with little dialogue. His performance often evoked the image of a character who had suffered much loss and had untold stories, a quality that left a deep impression on the audience. Born on August 15, 1945 in Bristol, Nigel Terry lived a private life, largely avoiding the media spotlight. He was married, but the marriage ended abruptly and without children, leaving a long gap in his personal life. After many years working in London, he decided to return to Cornwall in 1993, living alone in a small house by the sea. It was this quiet lifestyle and the experience of emotional loss that inspired his deeply emotional performances, especially those with a tinge of sadness and longing. Nigel Terry died on 30th of April 2015 in Newquay, Cornwall, at the age of 69 from complications of emphysema, a result of decades of smoking. Chronic lung disease had severely impaired his health, and he passed away peacefully in his sleep, leaving the arts community in mourning. His net worth is estimated at $2 million, largely due to his classic film roles in Excalibur and Caravaggio, as well as many notable stage roles. To friends and colleagues, Nigel Terry was a devoted artist who lived simply and died quietly, just as he had lived. Peter Blythe as Lawrence Smythe. Peter Blythe played Lawrence Smythe in Foyle's War, appearing in 2004 at the age of 69. With his dignified appearance, precise dialogue, and meaningful eyes, he portrayed the character subtly, leaving a deep impression despite the short screen time. It was a slow but steady performance, a skill Blythe had honed over decades on stage and screen. Born on September 14, 1934 in Yorkshire, Peter Blythe had a mixed personal life. He married and then divorced, leaving behind a daughter and spending long periods alone. He later found happiness with actress Harriet Walter, and the two were together for 8 years, planning to marry. However, previous family losses and the pressures of his career sent him into periods of depression. Blythe was a man of few words, but friends say that such trauma and upheaval helped him bring a special depth and emotional resonance to his roles. On June 27, 2004, shortly after completing filming on Foyle's War, Peter Blythe died at the age of 69 of lung cancer, which had been diagnosed shortly before. His sudden passing shocked both his colleagues and fans, especially as he was still planning a wedding. His net worth was estimated at $1 million, largely the result of his many years of work on stage and television. Daniel Weyman as Adam Wainwright. Daniel Weyman appeared in Foyle's War in 2013 at the age of 36, playing Adam Wainwright, Samantha Stewart's principled but ambitious husband. Weyman portrayed a young politician navigating the post-war years, balancing idealism with everyday conflicts. Although not a leading role, Adam Wainwright became an important part of the emotional storyline, deepening Sam's journey and earning Weyman particular recognition from British television audiences. Born on 27th of January 1977 in Newcastle upon Tyne, Weyman has built a solid career on both stage and screen. On stage, he was nominated for Best Performance in a Play at the 2006 TMA Awards for his leading role in The Life and Adventures of Nicholas Nickleby. On screen, he made his mark in Gentleman Jack, 2019, and most notably as the alien Gandalf in The Lord of the Rings of Power, 2022 present, a breakthrough that has made him a household name worldwide. His diverse acting, from classic Shakespeare roles to major fantasy blockbusters, demonstrates his impressive versatility. At 48, Daniel Weyman has a relatively stable life, but has also gone through difficult times. He admits he felt pressured when moving from stage to television, afraid of being stereotyped as a gentleman. The death of a close friend in the industry forced him to take a break to recover mentally before returning strongly with The Rings of Power. With over 2 decades in the industry, his net worth is estimated at $2 million, primarily from popular television roles and international film projects. Tim Pigott-Smith as Brigadier Timothy Wilson. Tim Pigott-Smith appeared as Brigadier Timothy Wilson in the 2010 film Foyle's War at the age of 64. With his stern bearing and the bearing of a seasoned commander, he brought an unmistakable authority and dignity to the character. Every glance and feature bore the imprint of a rich past and a complex inner life, making his character vivid and compelling despite his limited screen time. Born on 13th May 1946 in Rugby, Warwickshire, Tim Pigott-Smith was in a long-term marriage to actress Pamela Miles, a relationship that was once described as strong and harmonious. They shared a passion for theater and often appeared together in projects. But as their careers peaked, conflicting schedules and extended tours created a growing distance. Disagreements over family time, especially in raising their son, gradually turned their home into a place of tension. The irreparable rift led to their separation, leaving him with a void that could not be filled. These traumas, combined with the resilience of a veteran performer, were channeled into his performances, giving his characters a rare emotional depth and weight. On 7 April 2017, Tim Pigott-Smith died suddenly at the age of 70 from a heart attack, just 3 days before he was due to take the stage for a performance of Death of a Salesman in Northampton. His sudden passing shocked the arts community and his fans, as he was still a prolific creative force. His net worth is estimated at $5 million, largely from a decades-long career in television, film, and theater. His grave at Highgate Cemetery remains a pilgrimage site for fans, a place to remember a talented performer who died while the spotlight was still waiting for him. Jeremy Swift as Glenville Harris. Jeremy Swift appeared in Foyle's War in 2013 at the age of 53, playing Glenville Harris, a supporting but sharp character. Though not the lead, Harris made his mark with Swift's subtle and understated portrayal of a man navigating the tense world of post-war espionage. The television role cemented Swift's ability to transform characters, a skill he had honed over years of hard work on stage and screen. Born June 27, 1960, Jeremy Swift has enjoyed a relatively quiet career and marriage compared to many of his Hollywood peers. He met actress Mary Roscoe while working together on a play, and this encounter blossomed into a warm but challenging relationship. In the 1990s, during a period of career uncertainty, Swift struggled with alcoholism, which put a strain on his marriage. Mary was there to encourage him to return to the stage, opening the door for him to appear in notable projects such as Downton Abbey from 2010 to 2015. When Swift broke through as Leslie Higgins in Ted Lasso, 2023, a film in which Roscoe played his character's wife, their relationship became a compelling love story, both on and off screen. Now 65, Jeremy Swift remains creatively energetic and resilient. Despite the loss of a loved one in 2000 and a long battle with depression, he has found a balance between family and work. More than 3 decades of dedication to the arts have earned Swift a massive body of work and an estimated net worth of $4 million, thanks largely to the massive success of Ted Lasso and Downton Abbey. For him, marriage and career are inseparable, supporting, challenging, and growing together. Tim McMullen as Arthur Valentine. Tim McMullen played Arthur Valentine in Foyle's War, appearing in 6 episodes of Series 7 and 8, starting in 2013 when he was 50. His character, a key MI5 spy during the Cold War, was portrayed with a shrewdness, cunning, and complexity that both captivated and alarmed viewers. With his distinctive deep voice and half-closed eyes, McMullen has created Arthur Valentine as more than just an intelligence officer, but also a symbol of the intrigue and power play behind the scenes. Born on January 16, 1963 in Lambeth, London, Tim McMullen graduated from the University of St Andrews before studying at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. He has made a lasting mark on the British stage, notably as Prospero in the 2016 production of The Tempest at Shakespeare's Globe, a performance that was critically acclaimed for its majesty and emotional depth. He has also appeared in films such as The Woman in Black, 2012, a critically and commercially successful thriller, and Shakespeare in Love, 1998, which won the Academy Award for Best Picture. His versatility from classical to contemporary roles has made him one of the most respected supporting actors in Britain. As of 2025, at the age of 62, Tim McMullen is still active in the entertainment industry, maintaining his reputation as one of Britain's finest character actors. After The Woman in Black, 2012, Shakespeare in Love, 1998, and Andor, 2022, he continued to appear in major projects while nurturing his passion for theater, which he considers his true home. His net worth is estimated at $3 million, accumulated from more than 3 decades of steady work in film, television, and theater. Benedict as John Kiefer. Benedict played John Kiefer in Foyle's War, appearing in 2006 at the age of 55. With his confident demeanor, deep voice, and warm and determined eyes, he portrayed an American officer in the midst of war in a realistic way. Benedict's presence always gave viewers a sense of security, as if his character had been through everything and knew exactly what needed to be done. Born April 11, 1951 in Burbank, California, Benedict is married to actress Phoebe Schofield. Together, they founded a voiceover and translation company called Sink or Swim. Although their family life seems peaceful, they still face many challenges. Financial instability due to unprofitable art projects and the pain of losing a loved one made him more introverted. The couple supported each other, sharing both work and family life, while raising 2 grown sons. Benedict is reserved, but in his career he always conveys depth and experience drawn from personal ups and downs into his roles. Benedict died on April 4, 2020, just a week before his 69th birthday, at Croydon University Hospital from complications of COVID-19 during the outbreak in London. His death shocked colleagues and fans, especially since he was still very much alive artistically. His net worth is estimated at $1.5 million, largely from a decades-long career on stage, television, and film. To audiences, Benedict remains the image of an American artist with a European soul, remembered for his authentic and humane performances.